Hi everybody, welcome to my kitchen. Welcome to Karen's Sizzle and Spice. Today I'm making a recipe I haven't made in years. It just so happens one of my daughters has been asking me to make this over and over again. It's one of her favorites and I just haven't gotten around to it. Now, I bet a lot of you are familiar with EMERIL Lagasse. He's like one of the pioneers of food TV. This is one of the recipes that I got from him long time ago and we loved it. So that's what we're gonna make today. It's a warm potato salad with a fillet of salmon over the top, but this salmon is caramelized with sugar. Hey friends, this is gonna be such a fun recipe to do. It just so happens that my daughter Valerie is here somewhere and she's gonna be part of my video today. I can't wait for her to get here. Val, where did you go?
Yeah. What's up?
I'm so happy that you could be here with me today.
Make sure you subscribe to my mom's channel. I've learned everything I know about cooking from her since the time I was about 5 maybe. And yeah, she's amazing. So be sure to subscribe to her channel.
Thanks, Val. So friends, we're gonna talk to you about all the ingredients that we're gonna use today. And you know what? I don't cook salmon as often as Valerie does, so I let her pick it up from the store.
Okay, so I bought 3 pieces of salmon. You can get salmon at most grocery stores, skin on or skin off. I got this particular salmon at Whole Foods and it was fresh. You can freeze it after getting it fresh from them and it's still just as good as the day you bought it. Cool. I chose to get skin on because I like the crunchiness of the skin.
Yeah, for sure.
But you could get whatever kind of salmon you prefer.
For sure. So we're gonna use our salmon. We're gonna need a little bit of olive oil, salt and pepper, of course. We're gonna use quite a bit of onion in this dish. We're gonna use some Vidalia onion, which is the sweetest onion inside our potato salad. We're gonna use some green onion for topping, some parsley for topping. We're gonna use some garlic cloves. We'll be using a couple of pounds of red potatoes. We're gonna use sugar, lots of sugar to caramelize the salmon. And then we're gonna use what EMERIL Lagasse used to call his essence. That was his spice blend. And that was salt and pepper, it was garlic powder, it was smoked paprika. And if you haven't tried smoked paprika, you really should. Just the smell of it is terrific. I love it. We're gonna use some ground thyme. We'll use some oregano. And let's get this started. So friends, to get this caramelized salmon with a warm potato salad recipe going, I'm so glad Val is here today to help me. She is going to start by cutting the red potatoes, and we're just going to cut them into cubes, and we're going to pre-cook these before we throw them in our pan.
Do you want me to peel them or no?
No, I like the peels on.
Okay.
So just make them in nice bite-sized cubes, not too small, not too big.
Got
and
it.
try to make them all the same size. This way they'll cook the same way.
Okay.
And while you're doing that, I'm gonna put the essence together, and I'm gonna be using a teaspoon of salt. I'm gonna use a teaspoon of this smoked paprika.
Can I interrupt?
Oh yeah.
Is this a good size?
Those look perfect.
And then put them in the water?
Yes,
Okay.
please. Put them in the pot with the water. So I used a teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of paprika. I'm gonna use a teaspoon of thyme. And if I don't use all this spice today, I'll just use it another day. So I like to mix this up. This is a great spice mix. We got the oregano. Ooh, that smells good. And we've got a teaspoon of garlic salt. And we're gonna put a teaspoon of pepper in here. So this will take quite a few shakes. Val, you did a perfect job on those potatoes. Why don't you bring them over to the oven now? And we're gonna get them going on high. So we're gonna cook these until they're soft because they only go into the potato salad mixture for just a few minutes. I'm putting on the cover because that'll just get it hot quicker. So what we're gonna do now is I wanna get my salmon dredged. And first we're gonna use the essence that I mixed up, and we're gonna sprinkle all sides of the salmon here.
Why couldn't you just put this seasoning in the sugar?
Well, you know what? I want that seasoning to get into that fish. I want it directly on the fish before the sugar coating. Yeah, for sure. Do you want to turn these over for me?
Yeah.
And I'll just keep sprinkling. Oh man, the smells so good, doesn't it?
Smells smoky, yeah.
Love it. Again, guys, if you haven't tried sweet paprika or smoked paprika, you've got to try it. It's really delicious. And we're going to season these very generously.
That goes with any salmon. You always want to put a lot of seasoning on, especially if you have a skin side. You really want to put a lot of seasoning on that skin side, and that skin side always goes down in the pan first, so it gets nice and crispy.
Cool. Turn it over. Let's just keep dredging here.
And then your cook is always going to depend on the type of salmon you buy too. So those you can see are kind of thicker and then thinner at one end, and sometimes you get salmon that looks more like a hamburger size. So the cook is always going to depend on what size salmon you have.
Can you put them on their sides too? And let me get more. We want to make sure every bit of this is seasoned really well. This looks beautiful. I cannot wait for eating time.
It smells good.
How about the other sides? I think we have one more side to do. Look at that. I'm going to use all this seasoning. You know how Emeril used to say? Bam! Bam! Love it, love it. There, we're good. Now what we're going to do is on this same plate, we're going to dredge this with sugar because we want this to sit here for just a little while before we actually put it in the pan. I'm just going to, lay them down first and then we'll start sprinkling. Oh man, these are going to be so good. Beautiful. Okay, turn them and we'll do the other sides. And we'll be right back as soon as we have the sugar all over this fish. So friends, while those potatoes are cooking on the stove, we're gonna get some more of our ingredients chopped up. And Val, if you could cut up the green onions. And you know, this is gonna be for presentation. We're gonna put those on top of our dish, so don't use the white parts, please.
Okay.
Take off anything bad and then just cut off the green.
Got
And
it.
you can put them on the board here.
Okay.
That's why I love this big board that I have here. It's got a grooved edge. It kind of keeps anything from spilling over onto my counter. I can chop things, move them over, and just keep chopping. So I'm gonna cut up my Vidalia onion for this dish. And for this potato salad dish, I'm not gonna cut this up very small. I'm gonna kind of, let me show you, Ed, come a little closer. Kind of like slices. So I'll cut it 3 times this way and then this way. That's how they work perfectly for this dish. Now that these potatoes have come to a rolling boil, I'm going to turn it down and we're going to simmer these for about 10 to 15 minutes as soon as they're tender with a toothpick. That's how I like to check them. Okay, so we're just finishing chopping up all our ingredients. Does it smell good in here or what?
It smells good.
After mixing that essence and then the onion and the garlic, and smells heavenly in here. So Val, I'm gonna have you cut some parsley. Again, this is gonna be for presentation. We're gonna put it over the top of the dish.
Do you want it like minced, like small?
Not that small, no.
Okay.
No, just chopped nicely.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be too small.
Okay.
And then I'm going to cut up a few garlic cloves here. We're gonna crush them in here for the potato salad part of this dish. I cannot wait to eat this. This is gonna be delicious. What do you think, Eddie?
I think you're right.
You always say that. I'm always right. I'm always right.
She kind of is. It's a little sickening.
Okay. We're just finishing cutting up all our ingredients for this dish.
Okay, where do you want your parsley?
Why don't you put it right on the board here?
Okay.
Because I like to move the board right over to the
Right there?
stovetop with me. Perfect, perfect. And I'm just gonna crush up my garlic here with my garlic press.
Oh, that's your new garlic press, isn't it?
It is. You know, I love this thing. I just want to show you. Look how the cup comes
yeah.
right on there. It's so easy to clean.
Yeah.
It actually came with a little brush to use if you can't get all the...
Is that one linked? I didn't get that one yet.
I will put the link on this
Okay.
video, so you'll have it. Yes. So I'm just going to crush it. I like to put it right in the middle of another ingredient that I'm putting into the same pan. So friends, these potatoes took between 15 and 18 minutes you can count on for these potatoes. Now, if you cut them quite a bit bigger than I am, you'll need to cook them a little bit longer. But these are ready now, so I'm just gonna take my pot and I'm gonna get it over to my colander here on the sink. You guys, I love this colander. It's terrific. It's collapsible. Fits in the smallest space in my cabinet. We're gonna just let these potatoes cool until they're a little drier. We don't want too much water in our recipe. So we're ready to get the salmon in the pan. Are you excited, Val?
I'm so excited. I haven't had this in like literally since I was 15, I think.
That's funny. So I have my pan on a medium heat. We let this get warm for a few minutes. I'm putting a little bit of olive oil into my pan. And we're gonna start cooking this salmon on the stove top, and then we'll move it inside the oven to make sure that it's done just perfectly. So I'm gonna take each piece of salmon here. Look a little closer, Ed. You don't even see the sugar so much now because it's just dredged right into the salmon. So I'm gonna put these into the pan here. Look at how beautiful they look. Skin side down. And we're not gonna even think about touching them for about 2 minutes. Whoa, come closer, Ed.
Talk about sizzling.
Yeah, talk about your sizzle. There you go. Beautiful.
All right, so when we switch the salmon to the oven, we don't want it to stick, so you're gonna take your non-stick cooking spray and spray away. Ooh, you can smell it caramelizing already. Now keep in mind that you don't want the sugar to burn, you just want it to get brown. So that's why we keep it at a medium heat. Keep a close eye on it.
Now watch this. See all that brown sugar in the bottom here? Look at that. Oh my gosh. We left it there for about 3 minutes. These are gorgeous. We're gonna turn them on their sides as well for just a minute or so before we pop these in the oven. We're excited. So we ended up doing these 3 minutes on the top side, 3 minutes on the bottom side, and we're just finishing up 1 minute on each side of the fish. Look at this, Eddie. Look at this gorgeousness, and can you just imagine this oil and sugar and juices? We're gonna put the potatoes in here next for the potato salad. I am so excited. Friends, look at how gorgeous these look. Now make sure when you're moving the salmon around that you're very cautious. Hopefully they won't break. Sometimes they tend to break a little bit because the fish gets so beautifully tender. And Val, could you hold that dish right here? We're just gonna put these
Skin side up. That's the skin side, yeah.
There
Perfect.
we go. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Whoops.
This way.
Which way?
That's skin side down.
Oh.
Perfect, just like that.
Ah, almost broke. Now that's skin side
That's a
up.
good sign. It means the salmon's almost perfect. Just gonna put it in the oven for a little
Just
bit.
perfect. Yeah, it's gonna take just a few minutes in the oven.
Oh,
And look at that.
look at that.
Gorgeous. And next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get the potato salad ready in this same pan while the fish cooks for just a few more minutes. Look at the goodness that's in this pan. I might add just another sprinkle of olive oil in here. And we're gonna put in our onions and garlic.
The white onion or the green onion?
The white onion, remember the green onion? Whoa, that's hot. The green onion will go on top for the garnish.
Okay.
For that BAM presentation. We're gonna let these cook for 3 or 4 minutes here. I'm just gonna add a little salt and pepper.
Come on, bam it.
Oh, let's do it. Let's BAM it. BAM! That's in honor of you, Emeril. If you ever watch my video. So I'm gonna let these cook for about 3 or 4 minutes and then we'll add the potatoes. Hey friends, look at that. Are you surprised at me? You shouldn't be. I love the butter, and the butter just adds a fabulous richness to dishes. Look at that. If you guys could smell my kitchen, it just smells fantastic. We're ready for the potatoes now. Just gonna scoop these in the pan. They're nice and soft now, so really, they're only gonna take a few minutes to heat up. I'm gonna make sure I'm using my special spoons. These are Rachel Ray Lazy spoons. Look at this, how they fit right on the side of your pan.
I love those. I definitely have those.
They're fantastic. I think they come in this color and they come in red. So we're gonna let these potatoes get nice and warm and savory.
And when's the mustard going?
Well, soon. Let's give it a couple of minutes to heat up and then we're gonna add a couple more ingredients. Oh man, we're doing the happy dance.
Taste testing.
Let me add a couple more things to this and then we're gonna give it a taste.
Okay, I'm ready.
Now the recipe calls for about a 1/4 cup of your nice Dijon mustard, coarse grain mustard, whatever you like. It says about a 1/4 cup. I'm just gonna squeeze it in here and then we're gonna do some taste testing to try it out. Let's see, that's probably about 1/3 cup there. I need to add some salt and pepper. Oh yeah. Life is good. We're gonna add some pepper.
Stir it up.
And those green onions that I chopped, I'm gonna use about half of them and throw them in now. The rest will be for topping. So let's do this once. Bam! Let's give this a good stir. Oh my Lord, this looks good.
Let me know when I can get in there.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's take a taste.
All right.
I'm gonna get this one right here.
Did we just do that the exact same way?
So, cheers.
Cheers.
Mmm. Oh.
Oh my god.
Mmm.
Oh, it's been too long.
Is it bringing you back?
Oh my god, it's so good.
Oh my gosh, it's so
Oh,
delicious.
with the sugary salmon.
Wow.
Oh, it's gonna be good.
All right, the next thing is we're gonna get these plated up. Friends, would you look at this plating? The only thing this one is missing is the Bam. Val, why don't you do the green onion and I'll do the parsley. I'll go first. Bam!
Bam! Bam! Bam!
Fantastic. The tasting is next. I love you. OMG, this smells fantastic. Is it like your dream
I'm
come
so
true?
excited, yeah. Can I eat it, please?
You can. Let's taste it and hear what you have to say about it.
All right, I'm gonna do fish with the potato.
Oh, that's
because I want the sugary with the mustard.
I'm gonna do the same. The fish
Oh, it's
is
cooked
just so
perfect.
flaky and cooked just perfectly. And I will put on the screen exactly how many minutes we did all the sides and how many minutes we put it in the oven. Is it good?
Oh my god, it's so good. Oh my god, it's even better than I
Taste this.
remember. The skin is crispy.
Oh my god.
The fish is tender. Oh, the mustard and the sugar. Oh man.
This is fantastic. Ed, I'm so sorry you've had to wait a couple more minutes, but as soon as you put that camera down, I do have a plate ready for my cameraman and my handsome husband as well. So we're so glad you guys visited today.
Thank you, Mama, for showing me how to make my favorite dish.
Thank you so much for being here. I
Love
really
you.
loved it. We'll have to do it again sometime. It was so
Absolutely.
much fun. Make sure you guys come back every Thursday morning to see my new videos. And remember, come on now, you eat with your eyes first. You have got to make it beautiful. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.